Hello, I'm WWE superstar John Cena with a very important message for all of our fans. WWE superstars are professionally trained performers. The moves we do in the ring take years of practice to perfect and to do safely. I urge all of our fans never try and copy what we do in the ring, at home, or in school. Stay safe. Don't try.
We don't care about no John Cena PSA about don't try this at home. All of us are real wrestling fans, have known for the past at least 30-some years. At least I have, and I'm sure half the other ones out there have too. That you don't try this at home. Unless you just want to be an extreme like some of us did back in the daytimes. So, here I am back again doing an RSN vlog for the RSN family so that everybody can understand what's going on and everybody can get their own little words in here and there. We're going to randomly just talk about a few things here this evening. First off, let's talk about all the recent so-called rumors and recent so-called signings by WWE developmental. Sami Callihan, Sean Ricker, and this new guy, what's his name? Samurai Del Sol, or whatever they call him. Something like that. If I pronounce the guy's name wrong, I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes. Developmental's got a new facility coming out soon. We've all seen the pictures of what it's supposedly supposed to look like. It's one of the big things they got going on in WWE nowadays. They've dumped off all this other talent. In my opinion, they really need to get rid of a bunch more. Some of them that are actually on the main roster of Raw and SmackDown, too, by the way. Not to mention too many names of anybody or anything, but Coley, excuse me, is one that comes to mind. Maybe the three-man band need to be repackaged or just dispersed and gone. You know, that's the two main deals that I would love to see go bye-bye. There's a bunch of other ones out there that we can definitely get rid of. So, the new developmental signings, I'm really hoping turn out to be a really good deal. We all seen them before. We all know what they can do. So, let's bring their big time to WWE. Let's move on to the bring-ups from developmental to the WWE roster. And I'm one of the biggest guys to jump on the bandwagon for the new Paul Heyman guy, Curtis Axel, which is great because he's using his father's name and his grandfather's name. He uses his dad's theme music. Looks just like his dad inside the ring. The only thing he's missing is a little pink singlet, the long, curly, wet, nasty blonde hair, the gum chewing, the smacking the gum out of the way, the twisting the little towel. That's about the only thing Curtis Axel's missing. But I can see the whole transition of the whole Hennig dynasty, as you all read my blog earlier this past month, of Grandpa Axel, Dad Kurt, and now Joe Hennig, a.k.a. Curtis Axel. It's going to be one of the greatest transitions from developmental, I do believe, especially pairing him up with a Paul Heyman type manager. Paul Heyman took CM Punk to want to be one of the longest reigning WWE champions in the past 20-some years. You've got Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I don't want to go too far on Lesnar. We all know the whole deal there. They brought Lesnar in. Should have been let loose as a monster to begin with. Shouldn't have had all these so-called matches here, so-called matches there. They completely crushed Lesnar when they had him lose to John Cena at last year's Extreme Rules. That's all I'm going to say there. But putting Curtis Axel with probably one of the greatest managers besides the Weasel, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And yes, I mentioned Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Weasel. We all love him. Paul Heyman's probably one of the greatest guys I've ever seen. He brought a bunch of no-talent, going-nowhere guys and produced probably one of the greatest 1990s wrestling promotions you've ever seen in ECW. If they would have had the right marketing, the right money, and everything else, they would have actually been here probably still to this day. They probably would have outlasted WWE, to tell you the truth, honestly. The WWE's version of ECW, we all know how that turned out. just like the XFL. Oh, sorry, Vince, didn't mean to bash away on your big baby there. But, so let's go ahead and go on and step over to the next side, and we're going to talk about the Wyatt family. This is one of the groups that I'm so glad to see show up out of developmental to actually make it to the main roster. I mean, seriously, come on. These guys are flipping phenomenal. And that's no pun towards AJ Styles, because we're not talking about any TNA right now. These guys are going to come to the main roster, and these guys are going to terrorize the living hell out of the WWE locker room on Raw and on SmackDown. I see these guys pulling all kinds of crazy shit on any one of the WWE superstars between Raw and SmackDown, including the Divas. So here's a fair warning to the Divas out there right now. Please watch your backs, because the Wyatt family is coming, and it's going to be very, very good. So let's move on to Monday Night Raw. The latest news that's just come out is that Kofi Kingston is out, going to have surgery. I think it was like 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 months, something like that. I'd have to click back over to actually read it again to get the exact time frame, so just bear with me. Kofi Kingston, they had him lose the title. They had him wrote off TV by the big bad wolf, Ryback Rules, by dumping him through 3 tables. Spoiler alert, sorry, I opened it up before y'all got to see it. We all read the spoilers. We already knew it was going to happen. So Kofi Kingston, you look at it like this. 1, he comes back as a heel. 2, he comes back completely repackaged. Or 3, he might just leave. Do I see him leaving WWE right now? Nah, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to come back even better than ever. I think Kofi Kingston heel turn would be sweet. That's just my opinion. Let's move on a little bit here. I'm a little concerned with the jobbing that Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro's been doing lately. I mean, Jesus Christ, Netley, WWE, Creative, Vince McMahon, Triple H. What the hell are you doing to 2 of the great guys you got right now? Antonio Cesaro, flipping great talent, great as the champ that you had him as, and then you make him drop the title, and now he's just a little jobber. I mean, did he really piss you guys off that bad? Did he not do something he was supposed to do or say something he wasn't supposed to say? Wade Barrett, you repackaged him, you gave him a new theme, and he's still losing to people he shouldn't be losing to, for fuck's sake. Pardon my French, I'm sorry. I'm a little disgruntled about this. Now, here we are, we're going to have The Miz and Wade Barrett and possibly a third person entered in on this this match. Look, guys, if you're not going to let Wade Barrett run a faction, at least leave the guy alone on his own and let him work his way back into the main events again. Okay? I don't understand creative. I understand the guy who was brought in to help do, he lasted 6 weeks and he's gone already. Do I need to put my resume in to Vince McMahon, Stephanie, and Triple H to come down there and actually write a wrestling script for a 3-hour show that's actually going to make the ratings stay above a 3? I mean, seriously. I love the 3-hour show, but y'all read my other blog on here about splitting the 3 hours between the 3 things I think needs to be done, but gee, many Christmas, I mean, come on. I don't really watch SmackDown all that much because, in my opinion, when SmackDown first came out, it was phenomenal, it was awesome, everything else. SmackDown hit 10 years, now it's plus over. But to me, SmackDown became a second-rated show. It's like a Thursday Night Thunder to the Monday Night Nitro. SmackDown's a hell of a lot better than what Thursday Night Thunder was, that's for damn sure. Saturday Morning Slam was gone, now it's back. It's gone, it's back. I mean, I don't really know. I guess only time will tell to see if they decide to do something about it. I think it's going to fall out as another like Shotgun Saturday Night, a Velocity, Sunday Night Heat, a recap with a match or two. I mean, that's basically all the show is anyway. It should be completely tailored to kids and only for kids. Should have all kinds of activity type stuff on there that can be interactive with the children at home and stuff like that. I mean, because you got the younger guys that don't get to stay up really late to watch the other stuff. This is the perfect time to do this with them. And that's all on Vince McMahon and all the writers. John Cena and Ryback, 3 stages of hell. Yeah, I know I'm all over the place on this, guys, but you know what? I'm just going to ramble on, and I already told you that at the beginning of the thing here. 3 stages of hell. Man, I would have picked better stipulations for the 3 matches. I mean, I would have completely replaced the lumberjack match with maybe a TLC or a tables match even. I understand that there's going to be one, but I think, in all honesty, for these two crazy cats, we should have done a 2 out of 3 tables match, then a bull rope strap match, and then a Hell in a Cell type match for 3 instead of the ambulance. I mean, I always liked to watch the ambulance matches when they first were brought around. They were kind of cool and all, but I just don't see this John Cena and Ryback 3 stages of hell being a really awesome match. Are they really going to give Ryback the WWE title? Honestly, I don't know. I don't see it. But who knows? This is the second big push they got, but this is the only thing they got. They have no Punk. They have no Rock. They have no Undertaker. They don't have nothing else to do right now. So, time will tell. We'll find out what happens come Payback. Randy Orton needs to get a heel turn and get a heel turn quick. I'm not jumping the bandwagon here and riding shotgun with Corey LePain on this one at all. I just feel that Randy Orton needs to get away from all these tagging with Sheamus matches. All these bullcrap spills with the Shield and everybody else. Randy Orton needs to go back heel and just start beating the living hell out of everybody. That's just how it needs to be, guys. The Big Show, I'll let you guys decide on that one. Mark Henry's hurt now, and everybody's giving him slack because he's hurt after he just came back. Crying because he's not working, blah, 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 blah. So, whatever. I mean, Payback's coming around the corner. We're going to see what's going to happen. You know, maybe we'll see a return of the best in the world. According to Chris Jericho, he's calling him out. According to Paul Heyman's already accepted, which, if I was CM Punk, I think I might punch Paul Heyman in the face on this one. But whatever. Hometown Chicago. Punk rules on this. I'm going to take it. All the way down to the whole point with Chris Jericho. This is his bye-bye WWE right now to go on tour with Fozzy. Triple H, I love how they did the storyline, but too many people just can't see through the lines. Triple H is not really hurt, people. Jesus, come on. If Triple H was hurt that bad, don't you think they would have pulled something out through the boards, through the dirt sheets, through the news, somewhere out there like we did with Dolph Ziggler? Dolph Ziggler missed a world heavyweight title defense because of a concussion. If Triple H has a concussion, God, he wouldn't have been wrestling on Raw, for crying out loud. Give me a break, people. It's a storyline to write him off WWE TV till later in the summertime. How many of you believe in the Shield now? Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I believed in the Shield day one. I was very surprised they let him have a title as fast as they did, but it worked. I thought the overexposure of the Shield every single week was going to ruin it. No, it worked out just right. Tag team titles taken away from Team Hell No. The downward spiral of the goat face, of Daniel Bryan. Could we see the breakup of Kane and Daniel Bryan finally? They get their rematch, yes. But is this the final break-off of Kane and Daniel Bryan? Is that going to put Kane back to the big red monster and hell and destruction? Is that going to put Daniel Bryan back in the singles competition so we can see some of those Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan matches? Are we going to see some other tag team finally step up in the ranks of the WWE tag team division and actually give the Shield a run for their money? Probably not. We don't really have all them great tag teams right now in the WWE. And you all can disagree to disagree or agree to disagree. It don't matter to me. I've seen plenty of people on here complaining about how we don't have a solid WWE tag team division right now, and the best ones you got right now is the Shield. Look, they're holding the belts. They've got it all. So, for you guys who didn't believe in the Shield, I'm going to say that's your problem. For everybody else who did believe in the Shield, then I give you an A+. So, There's my rant, there's my rave, there's the words of me, Timothy Gibbons, for RSN's vlog. And the only reason I jumped on it, I had things running through my mind. My wife even brought it up that I haven't done a video for quite a while. I put the question out there today. Everybody jumped on it. And I know my current followers who like to watch it all the time. Ian, Brown, Angela. I know you're all out there waiting for it to get on there so you can see it. So you can see what kind of crazy shenanigans show up on the vlog this time. Well, there wasn't really any shenanigans this time. Austin didn't really want to be in it this time. He didn't kind of bug me for it, so I didn't worry about dealing with it. I wanted to throw my thoughts, my words, and everything else. Sorry for the blackout there, folks. It was just like Super Bowl all over again. Poof, it was gone. Anyway, so that's what I got. Like it, love it, hate it. I don't give a damn. That's just how it goes. But I'm telling you right now, that's a bad word. Don't say it. Y'all heard him in the background yelling out the word I just said. Point of it is you got the Shield, believe in it. You got the Wyatt family coming. You better damn well believe in them, because I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a threesome to be able to be watched, and everything else. Last words I got here is the Bret Hart Appreciation Night that I watched. I thought it was very well put together. I liked the little video package they did there for the family. I'm glad they did it in Calgary. It's the only place to do it. I mean, if you did anywhere else, it would have been completely stupid. Not only did they have Shawn Michaels come out and stuff like that, I thought was really good, which I guess we're having a Shawn Michaels Appreciation Night sometime soon. The only thing I didn't like about it was that they didn't bother to take time off of Raw when they could have done it, because of the fact that there was nothing else really going on to use for the Bret Hart Appreciation Night. They actually had to use time on a WWE app. I understand that the app's probably a really big deal. I use it every single time I get a chance to. It's great. I like it. I love it, and all that stuff. But to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, there ain't going to be anybody like it. There ain't going to be nobody that's going to be able to make the caliber that he did. The only person that possibly could have been as good or even greater than Bret Hart would have been his younger brother, Owen. Rest in peace. Other than that, that's all I got, folks. Just over 15 minutes long, cutting it short of a 20-minute span here. So that's going to be it for RSN Vlog right here on May 29th of 2013. Enjoy.